Then, there's another thing. Fire is different than other elements in the world. That everything else, kind of inanimate objects, they kind of settle, right? They look like they're in one place, not moving. Fire has this nature, it always wants to go up. It's a spiritual form in this physical world. It's like fire wants to always travel upward. If not for that wick that would hold it down, the fire would disappear, right? If not, if it doesn't have something to hold it, so fire has this spirit to it. It's almost like a spiritual thing. It's different than all other material. Water, you take water, you drop it, it's going to fall down. It's going to water itself down. Fire, no, it's different. It has a whole different element. It wants to go up. So why is the temple compared to fire? Or why is God going to build it with fire? Because the holy temple also is not just a physical building. The Beis HaMikdash is not going to be just a materialistic building that people come and they're going to, sit, even pray. It's by nature, the whole building, everything around the building is going to be of such spirit, it'll actually awaken within us a flame of fire trying to get closer to God, to godliness. It'll be a very uplifting spiritual experience when we have this temple. Just like fire has that nature, our hearts will be filled with this fire to Hashem as a result of this temple. So that's why fire is the thing that is used in the verse. God will build the temple with fire. However, what do we see from this, though? That who will build the temple? Hashem. Who will be the contractor? The contractor for this building here was Martin Harris and Howard Incorporated. Howard is a big part of the building. But who's going to build the temple in Jerusalem? Hashem. I burnt it, I'm going to build it. The Zohar, which is the esoteric, basic, Kabbalistic book, holy book, writes that God is going to build the temple. It's going to come down from heaven. It won't be humans constructing with a hammer and nails or with bricks the temple. It's going to come down from Shamayim. Can you imagine a beautiful building, magnificent building, coming down from heaven?
We want a new one.
Isn't it there already?
And furthermore, it's there already, waiting to come down, right?
Yes.
It's waiting to come
down. Yes.
It's going to smash the dome and everything.
Oh, that won't be a problem.
Well,
I
I
don't
guess
think.
if it's made of fire, good. If it's made of fire, it's going to have its effect. So, and then if the Zohar goes further, he explains, why is it? He explains that there's a verse, and you have it here, where it says in Chagai, that the glory of this latter house shall be greater than that of the former. Meaning to say that the temple with Mashiach is going to be a lot greater than the temples we had. It's not only going to be greater, a little more beautiful, it's actually going to be so much greater that it's going to be hard to compare, because the first ones were destroyed. The third temple, when the third temple comes, it's not going to be destroyed. So the Zohar says, why? Why is the latter one going to be different than the first one? Very simple, answers the Zohar. The first one and the second was made by man, was made by humans. Human hands don't make things that last forever. But the third Beis HaMikdash, it's going to be from Kudsha Brichu. God is going to make it. And as a result, it's going to be something for everlasting. It will not be destroyed. Third temple will not be destroyed, never. Because it comes from Hashem. So here we see again that Hashem is the builder of the third temple. I want to stress this because in a minute we'll see that some other sources say differently. It says that we, or Mashiach, will build it. But so far, the Talmud, the Zohar, clearly states that the temple will be built from Hashem. Hashem is the builder, coming down from heaven, through fire. There is a Talmudic passage, which is not in the quotes here, that says that there is a possibility that the Beis Hamikdash will be third Beis Hamikdash can be revealed on a holiday, on the Yom Tov. Another opinion that it could come down at night. You can have the third Beis Hamikdash nighttime. Now that's a Talmudic passage. The question though is that we learn from the Torah we are not allowed to build the Beis Hamikdash on Yom Tov. We can't desecrate the holiday to build the Beis Hamikdash. And we also are not supposed to build it at night. V'yom hakimet hamishkan. We're supposed to build it daytime. So how can it be that the third Beis Hamikdash is going to be a night one? And the answer again is that we may not build at night or on Yom Tov. But if Hashem is revealing it from heaven, it could come at night, and it could come on Yom Tov. So that Talmudic passage again indicates that it is God building the third Beis Hamikdash. However, in our Mashiach classes, we've been quoting a lot Maimonides. Maimonides is quoted a lot with regard to Mashiach. I'll tell you why. Because Maimonides is the only one that wrote laws about Mashiach. All the other rabbis who wrote laws, they wrote about laws about Shabbos, they wrote laws about other mitzvot. They didn't write laws about Mashiach. The only one that wrote laws about the Messianic age is Maimonides. Very powerful, I mean, that he did that. But that's why he's the accepted view of what he wrote about laws about Mashiach. Well, he writes, you didn't quote that, did you? The Rambam's 2 lines. Did you put it? That Mashiach will build it. You don't have any, right?
Yeah, I do.
You do which one?